Hi folks, Dino Bob here, back in Lost Kingdom Park, and today we're actually going to break that Lost Kingdom paradigm as we head for the ice world of the Mammoth. We're going to start back over by the archway into the area where Smilodon hangs out, and move our way in. As you might guess, Woolly Mammoth really wouldn't do very well in a tropical park because of the temperature. They're designed for cold weather, and tropical parks just really don't have that. So aside from a few things like trees being left on the path, and you will see a couple of buildings we went past to satisfy guest needs, and then the huge building necessary to maintain a habitat where the animals will feel comfortable. And to keep the theme going, some of the plinths are here and sort of integrated into the edges of the building. A little bit of signage decoration above each of the pathways into this under roof area, which is helping to serve as a sort of an airlock kind of deal. I didn't actually put the glass in part because it's a lot of extra pieces. So there's a little restaurant area on one side, and then this up the stairs section to the viewing area. We jumped a little bit into the habitat there. Sorry about that. You can see a large portion of this area is under glass, so the animals would get more or less natural sunlight. But because there are bits where the roof is solid, they could seek shade if they want it. The animals really don't like a lot of plants in their areas, so this is a pretty sparse looking exhibit. We've got the obligatory screens, slightly modified from what we've been doing in other parts of the park to suit this building. This is the middle stairway, but before we go out there, let's hop over and take a look at the companion animal in there, which is Coelodonta. They're a bit crankier about their space than the mammoths. The mammoths really like to have other mammoths around, so they're not all that keen on fretting about crowded habitats. They do, of course, still manage to pass through each other on occasion. But other than that, that was kind of a nice take on the herd coming down for a drink. In this filming, I noticed that some of them will freeze while they're trying to take a drink. Don't know what that's all about, but I'm hoping that the animal locomotion update will do something about fixing that sort of thing, if only by coincidence. So the big mammals, like the Smilodons I was complaining about last time, don't have a ton of different kinds of behaviors. They eat, they drink, they walk around. The gravel bit you see down in front of you now is intended to be a walkway for keepers, and it goes all the way around the inside of the building, disappearing under the rocks in each corner. And you can see the gray concrete, and that's the barrier that keeps the animals from getting onto that path and lets the keepers move around to the whole perimeter. So let's pop outside, and I think this is one of those builds where I forgot to do a ramp, which is something I should go back in and correct. It's just not nice to put those stairs as barriers to accessibility challenged guests. So there are three main entrances to the building, and that will allow the building to serve as a path. But we're going to go off path here because I did a little bit of extra work in the caretaking and animal management portions of this build. Since we don't have staff paths or need them yet, I didn't bother too much with that. But here is the gate to the backstage area. You can see the building there to the right. There's a staff door to the left. We're going to go down the ramp. We've got a sort of plaza area, a doorway that would open into the care building part for the animals. Not quite sure what's going on in that building, but it's there for the staff, as is this portion, which does connect to the inside of the habitat. Vehicles and the shipping containers are by Etta here. They're available in the workshop. He does pretty neat vehicles, and I just really get frustrated building them, so I'm going to keep using his stuff. And we go inside of the building, and you can see it's pretty empty. And to the right, the divisions within the care area are all these heavy concrete stuff. Well, I had to fix that. So we're back outside the building again, and you can see there's a couple of little changes over there in the right corner. And we go back through the door again, and this time it's not so empty. So we've got kind of a storage area here with the obligatory don't get too close to the bars, some lockers for the staff, and the concrete pillars here are the same in these windows, but inside the area they're more widely spaced, and there are non-functional doors separating all these various areas inside so the animals can be separated and worked with. And there are also doors into the main portion of the exhibit. And we've got care facilities here, and tool storage, and usual craft. The tables and stools and stuff are in a build I put up on the Steam Workshop. So they're available for you if you want to go there and grab them for your zoos. I had to come back and do a little bit of fix up here because I had forgotten to put in railings or a support wall for the stairs. And these stairs lead to that bit that goes around the exhibit. So the keepers have this bit, direct access to that. I really need to fix the gravel there. And the keepers could even hop up here like we're doing and peer between the trees to check on the animals. And they seem to be moving around there just fine. So that's pretty much the heart of the build. So up we go, and this is an aerial view of the building in the backstage area. There were some power glitches, which is why there's two power plants there next to this building. And this is in Sandbox, but I do have the power requirements on. So I don't know quite why that was happening. Several of the power structures were forgetting they were connected to the net in between closing and reopening the zoo. So we got some videos of the animals hanging out in their habitat and making their woolly mammoth trumpets. So I had another animal plan, but the devs, in their desire to make the game better, are a little behind on their plan for getting things in place. You know, Velociraptor is the next animal, and I had expected Velociraptor to be the video following this one. But unless they drop that update, I'm going to have to do something else instead. So I haven't figured out what that will be. And in any case, we'll be continuing with the Lost Kingdom, and I'm contemplating starting up a somewhat less intensive series, but more of a let's play kind of thing, because the scheduled updates coming along are each going to have some pretty significant impact on how you build a zoo, much like the power stuff that came up in the last update. And while it will probably require some redos over the course of it, yes, it could be okay. Behind the mammoth, you can see the air conditioning venting running along the wall. There's also a central spine down the middle of the habitat area. Anyway, so I forgot to mention that before. But so that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for stopping by. Like, comment, please. It will help get more people seeing stuff, and it will make me feel like somebody look at the stuff. Anyway, you all take care, be kind to each other, and hope you're enjoying not Planet Zoo. Well, it could be, but Prehistoric Kingdom. Bye now.